Alrighty, everybody, welcome once again to another episode of Live Chat with Adam. I am he is I, and I'm here for you. And I don't know why I have that still up. It looks really awkward. Hold on. I gotta fix that. I kind of felt like it looked like I was Jesus for a second there. But Pickles is already in a spot there looking out the window. Glad you guys are here. For those of you in the chat, hi, how are you? Welcome once again. Today's a day we're going to have a real conversation about dogs, pets, etc. How to find the right place for your dog. If this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and write in the comments below. Tell us about how your pets and where you got your dog and how everything has worked out. All right. That's kind of an important thing. And yes, there's my vacuum because I actually cleaned my floor just before us starting. So anyway, yeah, let's move that out of the way. That looks kind of bad. So there we go. So a few things. This week, I dropped the first of the Monday food test. And what do you think of that? How do you think that went? What was the takeaway from that? Should I do more of those? Do you guys like that kind of thing? Let me know. You know, if you're watching the replay, please let me know in the comments below. I will add in the cards above the link to that actual video. So you can just click up there and you will see that in the replays. Yeah. So I actually was going to talk about a right place to find pets. So let's dive into that. First of all, when you're looking to buy a new dog and you're looking to find a dog and you're not really sure what you should do, where you should go, you know, where to even start, that's kind of always an issue. One of the first places I would first recommend doing, and this is number one, is go to your local pet store, whether it's a Petco, it's a PetSmart, it's a pet supermarket, and talk to the people there. Find out about the local rescue groups. And that's kind of number one, because there are some fantastic rescue groups in the area. And that's kind of always the number one thing to do. Always find out where in the area are good, reputable rescue groups. All right. So I always say go to a rescue group first. And that being said, the next place to look is the shelter. Of course, there are thousands of dogs that need homes, and you can find them at the shelter. So Charisse in the comment says, we were given our first dog. What do you, I don't understand what you're trying to say. We were given one of our dogs and the second one from a breeder and our third one from our mom. Okay. I read that properly, I think. It is Tuesday, so you know, my mind's not turned on. So so you kind of get an idea of where people are getting their dogs. So first, you want to go to your pet stores, find out about the local rescue groups. Second, you want to go to the local shelter. Do your research on individual breeds. Do your research on, you know, on where to do training for those specific breeds. Because this is an excellent segue to what I also want to talk about that just happened over the weekend. And this is really disturbing to me as a dog trainer, and feel I need to educate every dog, and every dog deserves the right to proper training. And every dog deserves that, you know, kind of positive based reinforced training, no matter what breed it is. I've talked about this countless times, and I'm going to do a share screen because this just came up over BuzzFeed, and someone told me about it, and present to everybody. So what this is a, it's not going to let me. There we go. So this is an article that happened on BuzzFeed, and this dog was not allowed into a puppy party, which sounds like it's kind of like a play thing where dogs play with other dogs. Ashley Yazez and her dog Blue wasn't allowed into a PetSmart party because of it being a bully breed. Now, come on, this dog couldn't hurt a fly. this is one of those breeds that is so misunderstood. One of my favorite dogs, Charisse's dog, is just fantastic. And he's a giant marshmallow. And it shows that if you do training, you really can have a good time with your dog. I don't understand why people are insisting on this. So a couple days ago, Ashley and her dog Blue went into a PetSmart in Houston, Texas, where they were denied entry because it's a pit bull, and often seen as a vicious breed. And, right here's the article, Saturday, May 5th from 2 to 3 p.m. It's a fiesta. I guess it had to do with Cinco de Mayo. That's just horrible. That to me is horrible. And I hope PetSmart fixes this situation. They've been under a lot of issues lately. So let's go back and end our share screen. So yeah, I really feel that is concerning, and that's something that needs to be addressed. And I don't understand why they did that. Why would they turn away a little puppy? That's just, oh man, it makes me so angry, because some of my best students happen to be pit bulls, and they are such a great dog. Everyone forgets that the pit bull was the dog from back in the day they used to use for that TV show. I forget the name of the show, but it was from like the 30s and 40s. The Little Rascals. They had a pit bull, and he had a little white thing on. I forget the dog's name they used. But it just makes me so angry when I see that kind of thing that is happening in today's society. That's just horrible. I don't know. It just frustrates me. It really. Oh wow, my microphone almost just fell on my face. Wow, that's super awkward. I don't know why I spend money for this stuff. So yeah, that's a bad thing happening right now. What can I tell you to do? That's up to you. I would say, once again, talk to the local places and find out where, if you're going to rescue a pit bull, they're great dogs, but find out where you can do training. It seems like some of these places will not allow certain breeds into their facilities. Hopefully that article is wrong, and hopefully that was a misunderstanding. But I don't know. Yeah, I love pit bulls. Colton is one of my favorite. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of him, because he is a giant marshmallow. And, at the end of the day, you can't sit there and deny some of these dogs training just because the fact that they're a pit bull. That's just not right. I don't think I can get back to that far back in my stream, but I thought I'd try. But yeah, I'm sure Charisse is watching, as she always is, and that's just frustrating to her as it is frustrating to me, as it's going to be frustrating to a few of you, because a few of my students have pit bulls, and I don't understand. I just don't understand it. They're not the culprit. The culprit is the human, not the dog. Charisse has 2 dogs that are considered dangerous dogs, the Belgian Malinois and a pit bull, living in the same household, perfectly fine together, because she's an amazing pet parent and knows how to handle those breeds, and did her education and came to class and did the things she's supposed to do to really get the proper information and train herself just as much as train the dog. All right. One of the things that tonight's conversation is about is, where do you find the right place to get a dog? Well, one of the questions you need to ask, and this is an important question, is, question one, do you have a vet that you go to on a consistent basis? And is all the paperwork going to have a vet's header at the top of it? Because I see it all the time where people come to class and they talk about, oh yeah, I got my vet's information, here's the shot records, and they pull out a random white piece of paper with a bunch of stickers attached to it and dates, and then it says administered. But there's no contact information of a vet clinic that administered those shots. Well, I need to have that, you know, being a dog trainer, keeping everyone safe. And I'm not just doing it for your dog's safety. I'm also doing it for the safety of all the students that are with me. You know, sometimes we have 8 to 10. I actually had a class with 12 happening. And, you know, it's so frustrating that if you don't have that proper paperwork, you're not going to get in, and you get more frustrated because I'm not going to allow you, no matter what the breed is, I'm not going to allow you to come to playtime or come to any kind of activity that you know you're dealing with that kind of issue if you're not going to have the proper paperwork. So number one is make sure, ooh, as I said, I hit myself in the head with a mic. So number one is the shots. You need to make sure you have the proper shots. Number two, the paperwork has to be, you have to have a health certificate from the Department of Agriculture. You have to. Now, if you're getting a dog from your parent, you're getting a dog from your, you know, your sister, your brother, yeah, that you don't need. But if you're getting it from a breeder where you're passing money, where they're making money, you have to have that information. That dog has to have passed a health inspection and blood work done and all sorts of stuff. And unfortunately, I had a student that came to class that didn't have that. And the dog got very, very sick. And the shots were done self-administered because they went to, you know, one of those Tractor Supply stores where you can get the shots and just administer them themselves, you know, and who knows what they're doing. You know, it's, I would rather spend an extra $100 on a vet to make sure my dog gets their initial shots and everything's legit than trust the fact that maybe they're not. You know, maybe that's just me, but that's just how I look at it. And, you know, tell me in the chat if you feel the same way. You know, I'm not going to allow anyone into class if you have that kind of scenario on your paperwork. And if you do, that's okay. I would make sure that you talk to the breeder, get the information you need, find out if they were seen by a vet, find out what that vet's phone number is, and call the vet. You know, call them, find out. Don't be afraid to do that. Even if you go to one of the pet stores. Pet stores do sell, you know, some pet stores sell dogs and cats and ferrets and stuff, and they require the information that's needed. So go ahead and check that out. Call that vet to confirm that they've had that shot, because, you know, sadly, it actually happened where I had a dog that came from the same litter, 2 dogs, and the 2 dogs came from the same litter and they had the exact same shot records. Like it was photocopied. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they went to the vet. I'm sure they did a lot of the stuff at the same time, but yeah, it was a photocopy of the same sheet. Like it wasn't even the original. You know, so I would confirm with a vet and get that vet's information first before you even purchase anything, because, you know, that's kind of a scary situation where you might not protect your dog, or your dog might not be protected from illness. And there's some horrible diseases out there that they can get, you know, parvo being number one. You know, they can get, what is it called? Influenza. So you really want to keep your eyes, you know, open and really think, would you adopt a child that's never that's never had any kind of medical care? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I would, you know, you want to look at it as, okay, I'm rescuing this person or this dog, so I'm going to help them. Yeah, of course. But what's going to happen down the line? All right. The other thing you want to look into, wow, my computer just shifted. That was weird. The other thing you want to think about is the age of the dog. All right. I want to know what the age of the dog is that you took the pet parent away. All right. I'm in the process of purchasing a dog. Yes, I am. And the breeder tried to get the dog. Oh, they wanted the money now, not later. And I said, okay, well, I'll give you half the money now, and then I'll give you half the money when I get the dog. And so I basically put a deposit down on the dog, which is fine. That's very common. And so, you know, the breeder was like, well, I pulled the dog away from the mom at 6 weeks because it's already paid for. I told her, no, I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep the dog with the litter up until 10 weeks old, because that mom is going to teach that dog so many things between those in that 1 month that I'm never going to be able to teach that dog. So I never recommend getting a dog if it's pulled from the litter before 8 weeks. That's kind of the standard. All right. That's kind of a major standard. I actually would prefer it if they were there until 10 weeks old. That's kind of ideal situation for the development of the dog. The other part of that is I've noticed the trend over the past, 13, 14 years that I've done this, that I've been training dogs, that the standard is that if I get a dog that gets away from a parent at less than 8 weeks, that dog has some issues. They have some basic issues, socialization issues, severe fear issues of other dogs. I have a dog right now in class that comes to playtime. The mom is fantastic, comes to playtime every single week and is slowly getting better. But compare that to another dog, same age, that's playing. And, the difference is that first dog left the litter at 6 weeks. The second dog left the litter at 9 weeks. So what do you say? Is that a thing? Is that not a thing? I don't know. I don't know what the science is behind that, but I'm going to tell you that over my history of training dogs, that is an issue in my book. That's one of the things I look at when I'm looking at paperwork and the questions I ask when someone comes in for an evaluation. All right. Let's see. What is the chat? Chat's chiming away over here. Let's see. I haven't even paid attention. I've been kind of ranting and raving. I am doing a video, by the way, about this topic. It's going to drop probably on Thursday, I think. Yeah, let's see. So Charisse says, doesn't make any sense why you would let these dogs not come to class. Yeah, I don't understand why. And she was talking about the pit bull, that little blue pit bull, super cute. I'm going to try to find him on Instagram. Maybe I'll follow him. She also says, I feel the same as you. It's very frustrating. That is very frustrating. Someone new, Mr. Garcia, says, definitely agree with you on the shots. Yeah, cool. You need to get it from out of vet. You cannot not do the vet. That's, if you get a new dog, you're spending probably, the average is, we'll just say $1,000 for a new dog. I'm going to put an extra $100 in to make sure that vet is seen, make sure that's taken care of. Yes, this could cause problem like my hound. So Charisse, you really think that Bella's owner. Oh yeah, I know who you are. That's too funny. I knew the name looked familiar. That's hysterical. So yeah, Bella's, by the way, is a tiny, cute little, what is he? She's a little beagle, and she's in class with, he's in Arkansas. I hope you're not driving. And he has this cute little puppy. It's a beagle puppy, and she's just adorable. And she has a really talkative German Shepherd in the class. And I'm really thinking he's just barky. He's not aggressive at all. Super cute, just very vocal. And the two of them are adorable together. It's hysterical. So Lauren asked me, one of the problems of taking your dog away from a litter too early is personal boundaries or space. Yeah, I think you're kind of right too, but that also depends on if what breed it is, Lauren. It also depends on I agree with you. No, not Walmart. I would also agree with litter, personal boundaries, and personal space. Yeah, I think you kind of nailed it on the head there. But a lot of that has to do with the breed too. So one issue that I've noticed that a lot of people have, and one of the rules that I put for week 1 for my puppy classes, my little puppy classes, is I don't let people pick their dogs up for the first week. And I know they go home, and I know they do. But you really shouldn't pick your dog up. Oh, he's at Walmart. That's what he was saying. You really shouldn't pick your puppies up until they're at least 15 to 16 weeks old. This way they A, learn to follow, B, they learn to get their feet underneath them and get more coordinated, and C, they do much better on a leash, and they're not so dependent of you in situations. Great example of this is that little puppy that's at playtime. The first week she came, the first thing she did was jump into someone's arms, literally gung-ho, catch me. And oh my gosh, right? So, you know, I totally agree with you, that personal space, and I should have mentioned that. That was a good catch. You know, that does make a difference. It really does. And that boundary is important. Wow. I keep hitting my microphone. It's driving me insane. I think I need to move it back down here, but I like it up high. I don't know. I like it where it is, but I keep hitting it with my hat. Oh, and Charisse mentions, because, you know, she has what is he? He is a tree walker coonhound, and he tends to have very much food aggressive tendencies. So he's like really, I guess you could say food aggressive. And if anyone's around him, he gets really gnarly around food, and you have to be really cautious when you're feeding him. And of course, she's learned to control that. But, you know, that's kind of a thing. That's kind of a thing. You know, that's really frustrating. All right, guys. Well, it's 8:20. I have no game set for today because I did the new video that I'll post a link up there to the new video. And that would be the food video. And did anyone watch the Star Wars Kong video I did on May 4th? Super fun editing that one. It took me a little bit of time to figure it out. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And, you know, once again, if this is your first time watching, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell. That little bell thing lets you know the notifications that I have a new video coming out and it's been published, so you guys can go watch it. If you don't have that little bell hit, it makes it where you don't know when videos are come up. I usually do videos on Monday. I'll do the food videos. Tuesday, I do live chat. Thursday, I'll do a vlog of some kind. And then Friday is the review. So those are the days that we're going to start seeing a lot of videos coming. As I told you, 2018 is the year of the YouTube. And we're getting up there in numbers, which I'm super happy. You know, that's all thanks to you guys and your support going forward. I appreciate it. Feel free to share these videos. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below and let me know what you want to do. You guys can always get a hold of me on Facebook. I have 2 groups. Let me go ahead so I make sure I say them correctly, because I always seem to mess that up. So I have 2 groups that you guys are more than welcome to join. It's My Dog and Cat YouTube community. That's one of them. And what that is that follows this channel directly. So feel free to join that group. So that's My Dog, My Cat, My Dog and Cat YouTube community. And that's basically going to be my 2 channels. So one is going to be Adam's Cat Shack, and I'll put a link up here in the description for that. And the other one is obviously this channel. So I haven't done any actual videos yet. We've been doing some fun as the launch of the channel comes on. We've been doing some fun little kittens as they grow up. And I'm doing the back end developing that channel. So we're at about 25, 30 subscribers without even doing any videos. It's super cute. So that's one channel or one group you can go to. And then our big group, which is my community group, is the Pets Playground. And what that is that's just a huge group of students, cat people, dog people. And we just kind of have fun every week talking about, you know, our pets. If you need help, there are tons of people in that group that are fantastic. Charisse is actually one of the admins there. I am the founder. I kind of try to stay in the background, but I tend to open my mouth a lot. So that's kind of my fault. But there's that group too. So yeah, check those 2 out. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Remember, be ready for Thursday's video, and then Friday's review is going to be a fun one. I actually already filmed it. I used my new little corner here, which is my uppy closey hands thing. I kind of made it look nicer. Yep. I did some purchasing of stuff today. I went to the camera shop, upgraded some equipment. So every time I go in there, they're kind of like, "Ooh, here comes some more money from my pocket." That's how they work. All right. And anyway, that's about it for tonight. I'll see you guys next week. Everyone have a great week and a good weekend. And yeah, have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.